Daniel Robinson. I attend AC Flora, and I'm planning to major in geology at College of Charleston.
Good job.
When the lights and camera turn off, I will be here. When the interest and conversation fade, I will be here. When there's no one around, a father will do anything it takes to be there for his son, to protect his family.
David.
Where's everybody?
9 painful months.
Without these special people behind me, I wouldn't have a church. Hello, everybody. Dave Robson here. Thank you so much for joining in on this live. Some this morning, everybody this morning. Thanks so much for joining in on the live this morning. Again, I'm Dave Robson, father of geologist Daniel Cornelius Robinson. Wanted to do a quick live, you guys, to remind you guys that Daniel is still missing. He's still missing. It's been June 23rd of 2021. It's going on 3 years this coming June. So trying to do everything I can, hopefully, to find my son before then. But definitely need your prayers from you. Still need your support. Just want to make sure that you guys know that I'm doing everything I can as a father to make sure that my son's justice is being he get the justice that he deserves. My family, we're getting the answers that we need, and also while doing so, help other families in that process. As you guys know, no secret again, I'm running for U.S. Congress, to make a difference. And that run came from my fight for my son. You guys know I've been out in the desert searching for Daniel with volunteers from all across this country. We did, hundreds of thousands of volunteers. Every week we were out there for 49 weeks, covered over 35,000 acres of land, found other human remains to bring closures for other families. It's been a really, really hard push, put thousands of flyers out all across the country, you guys, to bring awareness about my son's case, to locate or find people who may know or have answers to what happened to my son. Still fighting with law enforcement to get things done. That is a nonstop effort, you guys. It's just really whenever law enforcement dig their heels in. Of course, you guys probably hear different scenarios and different stories. It's hard to move law enforcement. But definitely as a father, I'm doing everything I can. And what I will do as a father is to make sure that my son, like I said, receive that justice that he deserves. I want to say, first of all, thank you again for joining in on this live. All those who are on the Instagram side, I see you there. All those who are on the Facebook, the Twitter, YouTube, thank you so much for joining in. I'm not, like I say again, I'm not going to be too long because I have some engagement that I take care of, but I will go in this chats real quick here that I do have. I apologize for those who are on the Instagram side. I don't have the ability to put you on the screen just as yet. So I just want to say, first of all, thank you, Dirt, for being here. Hello to you. But yes, and I heard about that. I did check with the Buckeye Police Department. It didn't have any affiliation with Daniel. Thank God. I don't want to find my son in that situation. But at the same time, I pray for that family that had to go through, the pain, because it's happening. Like I say, every day, you guys. We have a lot of humans remains out in morgues and things like that without identification. So I really really grateful for some of the legislation that have been passed in the past that will help. A lot of states need to join in, you guys, but they have to help, like the Billy's Law. You guys probably know about the Billy's Law that helps get that data. Really, when I say get the data, get the information that law enforcement have, like when they do DNA or find a human remain. They able to put it in a database. We already know how Nameless, it works through Nameless and some of that. And, the system is made with the Billy's Law to join all the states together. Somebody from South Carolina, for instance, end up in another state somewhere and they found a human remain, they can trace it back to South Carolina, for instance. So, so I'm really pleased for that legislation, but it don't go far enough, you guys. That's why I'm here. I'm here to do some work to make sure that legislation is passed and some policies are out there that will help to find loved ones immediately. It's not something that happened after death or after the person go miss. Something, of course, it's after the person go miss, but after the death or the person is found in an unfortunate way. It's something that I'm working on that will happen help immediately. So I just want to say thank you, Dirt, for being here. Thank you so much for. Like I said again, Tracy, thank you for being here as well. Good morning to you. Tia Wildflower, thanks for being a moderator and as well as all the work you have been doing. I really appreciate you. Hello to you. Let's see who else I have here. Chad, thank you so much for being here. Good morning to all. The murder of surfers in Baja cartel related has something similarities to Daniel's case. We need to bypass police department and get the FBI to investigate. Well, one thing I can say to you, Chad, is that I've been to the FBI several times. His name is Akil. He's over the Phoenix FBI department. These guys, man, they I call them high-powered police officers. What they do is once a law enforcement agency like Buckeye, like I said earlier on this here, dig the heels in and say they did a good job. They pat themselves on the back, and then other law enforcement agencies like the FBI, in that way I would say that agency in Phoenix, join in with them and say, yeah, they did a great job just by swabbing the steering wheel. I didn't process the stuff yet, but swabbing the steering wheel and the shifter of the vehicle door handle, that type deal, and say they did a good job. They didn't do a thorough job. Guys, I've been preaching that for over 2 years. This is my son's case, and I want to make sure it's done properly. It wasn't done properly. Nothing had been done properly in my son's case, chain of custody, but this agencies, when they get together, law enforcement, high-powered law enforcement as well, a lot of times they would stand up for the blue. The blue stick up with the blue and say they did great jobs and things like that. So yeah, I did do all of that. Still pushing for all of that. I'm trying to go up a lot higher. So hopefully this run for Congress will help as well. And when I say that, you guys, when I say this run to help, is I want to make sure you guys clear. My efforts have been to find my son a course, and my efforts has been to help other families. I've been pushing hard to get families on this setting as well, because my passion is there to make sure that what happened to my family is not ever going to happen to any other family. And in doing so, that would also help my son's case. Because he's part of that statistics. For instance, the 40% of persons of color that go missing. Though we are Black Americans, only 13% of the population. So, I just want to make sure that I'm doing my part as a father to make sure. But the cartel part of things that you said as well, Chad, looked into that as also. When it comes to my son's case, I have a private investigator who personalizing that kind of thing. Was looking in it at one point in the past. We didn't find any evidence of anything that's related to cartel activity, but I'd never rule anything out. So again, thank you so much for being here, and to 883, thank you for constantly support for many years. For the over the couple of years that Daniel went missing, you've been supporting. So I really appreciate you for being here this morning again. And let's see who else I got here. Team Wildflower, thank you again. I see you there. Tracy, thank you so much again. I see you there. But thank you everybody who joined in, like I said, this morning, and just to hear some of what I said. I'm not gonna stay long. Like I said, I just want to go through some things. You guys, I still have the flyer distribution. You go to pleasehelpfinddaniel.com. There is a link there now. There's a link there, and I will be going on the website to show you guys this, but it's a link there now where you can go straight to at the top of the page or the front page where you can go to that link and request flyers in real time. And that way, we would have those flyers sent out to you. You guys, it's something crucial. You guys know I'm running for Congress. I am like super busy. I get super busy trying to do this, but it's worth it, you guys. And I need your help. I need your help. I need volunteers of those who want to help with this flyer distribution as well. But the volunteering way is also to get those flyers, request those flyers. It's free of charge to you. Get those flyers and get them out into your communities. I need thousands of flyers, you guys. I keep telling you guys some people say, why you got these flyers out? There's many reasons why those flyers need to be out there. It's awareness. It gives this fight support, as well as the fact that we don't know what happened to my son. Let's say somehow he don't know who he is, or whatever, he's out there somewhere being held. Somebody have some information, but they live in I like to say Little Wissy, Georgia now. So small town somewhere in Delaware. And these flyers get out into those communities. You'd be surprised. Your help into your city, your state, where a person just moved to from outside of Arizona when that happened. They remember something. So I want to make sure that the flyers out there, dad is out there somewhere. Somebody sees his face. Hey, your dad's looking for you for this many years. All that stuff help. So definitely need the flyers out there. So you are my voice, my ears. Out there when you give the flyers out there, and people are aware that Daniel's missing. So it's more eyes, more ears on my son's case while I'm fighting for my son, while I'm fighting for all the missing Americans in this country, because we got over 600,000 Americans go missing every year. That is a crisis, you guys. It's a crisis, just like the opioid crisis, guys. We got to do something about that. Change this what's happening to our Americans, especially our children. So we have thousands of children go missing every day. Today, thousands of children will be go missing today. That's one of the statistics that's been happening as well. So again, you guys, I need those flyers out there. Again, you can go to pleasehelpfinddaniel.com. It's on the front page. You can request flyers free of charge to you. We get the flyers out to you. Like I say again, I can't thank you enough for your help. Also, you guys, I'm gonna run through. Like I said, it will seem like I'm moving kind of fast because I do have a time restraint, and I will try to get on much as I can to talk about my son's case. Because I did want to finish a series that I had started some time before I decided to run for Congress, and that series was talking about the case and break it down to you guys as what I have information that I have been holding for years. You guys have released a little bit at a time to help everybody really understand what happened that I have collected. That happened in my son's case. Things that law enforcement don't reach out to you guys to tell you about. I almost think they don't know about, despite of or they just don't care because I was able to send a lot of this information to law enforcement. They brush over it. It didn't mean nothing to them, but it means a lot to my investigation into my son's disappearance. But I want to start off here again. I'm fighting, guys. It's something I'm not going to stop doing. Again, I keep preaching over and over again. It may sound redundant when I say this because I'm a father and, I have a responsibility. I have a responsibility to my son. So I would never, ever say, hey, I'm ceasing to look for my son. So there's no justice, no peace. We demand action. And when I say we, I'm talking about you guys, you, me, and everybody who have been supporting my son's case. We demand action. The extended family of Daniel Robinson. No justice, no peace, meaning that there will be no justice. But there'll be no peace without justice. My son Daniel has been missing for over 2 years. Been almost 3 years, you guys. It's like I said again, it'll be this coming June. It'll be 3 years. June the 23rd. It's time for justice in my son's case. My experience for searching for my son, I have put on an investigator's hat and a search hat. You guys, I have been an advocate for my son and many others. You guys, I'm going to continue to do so. It's not something I'm planning to stop anytime soon. I feel that law enforcement have failed my son. They failed my family because, look, I wanted the Buckeye Police Department to what the Buckeye Police would do their job, first of all. The Buckeye Police Department went against their own policies and made me wait full 12 hours just to report Daniel missing. They took almost 3 days to even do a helicopter search, you guys, and something that hadn't been validated. I can't tell you guys when they say they did this search for Daniel, the initial with this helicopter, this Phoenix Firebird. We don't have any evidence that ever happened. I put in a FOIA request that is going on 3 years old as well. Every time I talk to Phoenix Firebird, Fire and Rescue, they say they can't find it, but they're still looking. When they realized that it was about Dan's case, they keep saying we're still looking. I guess again, the blue looking out for the blue. But as it stands here, I don't believe it ever happened. I think it was a lie that Buckeye Police Department told to, again, the FBI approvers put their stamp on it. To say that when I say the FBI, I'm just talking about that one branch right there in Phoenix, and put their stamp of approval on without looking at the details. I'm sure to look at that FOIA request because it don't exist. That flight don't exist according to Phoenix Fire Rescue as it stands today. Here it is in 2024. So again, that is something that law enforcement put there to say, hey, look, we did the search, but like I said, no evidence of that. The effects of injustice. Injustice creates anger, frustration, and a sense of powerlessness. It leads to social unrest and protests. Let's work together because law enforcement was slow to initially act in Daniel's case. My son remains missing because law enforcement refuses to take physical evidence of foul play that I gave them, my investigator. Daniel's justice has been hampered. And that's something, like I said, you guys, because of these facts that happened in my son's case, I will refuse to allow, allow that this case not being processed the proper way. I don't accept the acceptance of a half job from law enforcement, no matter what the agencies are. And some of these organizations that just willing to listen to what Buckeye say because they are law enforcement agency. Like I tell families all the time, please, you guys, when you engage law enforcement, if you have a missing loved one, when I say engage them. You have to be a part of this effort to find your loved one. You cannot rely 100% on law enforcement to do the job properly or right or in your behalf. because people can tell you anything. Everybody have a job, and some people do their job well. You guys can go to a restaurant and you look at some of the employees at certain restaurants. They're right on top of their job. So that's what I'm saying. The same thing with law enforcement. There's a lot of good law enforcement agencies out there. There's a lot of good law enforcement or workers that's out there. But unfortunately, in my son's case, the Buckeye Police Department is not one of them. And so what I'm saying, you guys, you have to be totally engaged in your loved one's case, because if you're not totally engaged, anything possibly can happen in your loved one's case. And in the justice and the information that is needed is not really found or looked for. So again, I have a solution to the problem, you guys. I have a solution to this, and I've been saying that forever, seemed like to me. I have a solution to this problem. I am demanding that the Buckeye Police Department release my son's case to an outside agency, which I was pushing for the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. We have a new sheriff there, Sheriff Skinner. He have yet, you guys, I have been pushing out to him. The Buckeye Police Department, believe it or not, is willing to sit down. That's supposed to should have happened at the beginning of this month. And it didn't happen. Well, the beginning of May, and then it turned out to the beginning of June. It didn't happen, you guys. It didn't happen. Like I said, let me back up. In the beginning of May, this June, we didn't have anything set as of yet, but it's supposed to happen at the beginning of May. And as it stood, the Buckeye Police Department was waiting on the Sheriff Department. The Sheriff Department, Skinner, him and his liaison that I speak through are playing games. I say it like that. He'll say, "Hey, I forgot to talk to the sheriff," and I call those excuses, you guys. But that's one thing I'm still pushing is for this, you guys. I'm demanding that the Buckeye Police Department release my son's case over to, and I'm demanding that Sheriff Skinner process my son's vehicle, process the evidence that's there, the forensics, and you name it. Since my son went missing, the Buckeye Police Department has not found anything that brings us closer to answers. They do not have the available cell phone pings that we asked for, or the traffic camera footage, or nor do they have the location that you connect Daniel's vehicle. Now I want to stop right there for a pause for a minute, and that's part of what I'm running for, is to help families get those cell phone ping data, you guys. And when I'm running for office, this is something I found when I was working with the senators in Arizona and some of the telecommunication companies, et cetera. And I pushed this out a lot. There's a lot of other things I'm planning to do, you guys, but I'm not putting out there just yet. But this one thing in particular, when families have a missing loved one, it's obvious. It's common sense with the technology that we have. One of the first things you ask for is a cell phone ping. You want to know where that cell phone location is. Many of us use our phones daily. It's part of our life. It's what we are. It's almost like having a wallet in your pocket. It's just part of your daily life. And so it's common sense to ask for cell phone pings, because it shows with the technology we have where that cell phone is located. With telecommunicating companies, they hide behind the fact they have policies that say, "Hey, look, we have privacy policies," but you cannot have privacy policies that keep a person who owns that data from their own data, right? But they'll take that same data and use your data for promotional reasons and things like that, to sell your information to other companies and things like that, so they can make profit. So we're gonna stop this, because law enforcement is hampered a lot of times from getting cell phone ping data. It's because these telecommunication companies say, "Hey, look, we need a warrant. We're not releasing the stuff without a warrant," and then the law enforcement agencies go out and try to get a warrant from a judge. The judge would not give them one unless it's a criminal case, like in the case of Daniel, when the Buckeye Police Department told me that, "Hey, we won't be able to get a warrant because the judge would not sign off on it because Daniel's case is not considered a criminal case." That's what they're saying, but we all know that we see a lot of foul play in Daniel's case, hindsight, but that's what was told at the time. And what I'm saying, you guys, we want to make sure that those datas are freed up, because we need those data, and law enforcement need those data. If it belongs to that person, that data is your data. When you pay your monthly bill, all that stuff belongs to you. So there's no reason for law enforcement, for the telecommunication to be holding those things, and also the retention time of, you go back and say, "Hey, I need that data." Once the warrant is there, they'll say, "Hey, we just only hold it for a month," or whatever the case may be, and we don't have it anymore. But we already know, you guys, things we do on social media, for instance, or any technical way never really goes away. So I want to make sure those things are freed up. So that's one of the reasons I'm talking a little long. I'm looking at the time. I'm running out. I want to do a whole full presentation, but I may have to end up skipping that because I do have a time restraint here. But yeah, but the thing is, they do not have the available cell phone pings and things. Everything that can help me find my son seem to be conveniently blocked by the police, by the Buckeye Police Department. Now they are blocking other agencies that could help in my son's case. We had to fight that outcome. What we'll do, we will peacefully protest in two forms. You guys, I still have the mail-in protest. You guys go to pleasehelpfinddaniel.com. It's there. You guys send those into those departments. That do not stop, you guys. You guys want to help my efforts and still continue to help. That is part of that. Everything's on pleasehelpfinddaniel.com, how you guys can help. And I really believe that this movement that we created together out in that desert could continue to help me push the efforts in my son's case while I'm still running for Congress. Because, like I say, it's a bunch of time, that I have to do when it comes to things I have to do when it comes to run for office. I have the primary that's coming up on June the 11th, you guys. And and I have to win that primary to go to November to the general election to be able to do the work that I'm telling you guys I'm trying to do. So it's really important on the national stage as well. I've been I'm on a national stage to help all missing Americans. I need you guys who are support my efforts to find my son and help support other families to help me win this election. You guys, you guys are here all the other ways you can help me in that election. I posted all on the social media platforms as well, so you guys can look out how you can help me there. But definitely want to say, hey, look, you guys continue to help me with this effort to find my son, to help me help other missing Americans by doing this mail-in protest, doing the flyer distribution, still put out the story of my son being missing. I really need that while I'm trying to do work. I need all hands on deck. In other words, you guys, I need everybody to help. It's not a just me thing. I can't do it alone. I just really need you guys to help. I keep looking at my clock, you guys, because I really ran out of time here. I took longer than I thought I would. I've been on here for 27 minutes, but it's available. Friends is there, and they are not, budging on it. So we're gonna get some things. Daniel case is not, to make a summary of this. Daniel's case is not a cold case, you guys. It's an active case. You guys may hear me slow down, like I said, because I'm really actively trying to do everything I can to win this election, so I can help and be in the right position to help all missing Americans, be in the right position to help people in my district, my state, in other matters that you guys may hear about, but nationally, to help the country as well. I'm a veteran, you guys. I'm a veteran. You guys know that. And when I raised my right hand, my first duty was to defend the Constitution of the United States, and that has been constantly attacked. Our rights have been constantly attacked, and I would like to be in those positions as well to do my job. Once you raise your right hand to serve this country, that's not something that ends because you retired out of the military. You did this for life. So if you in the opportunity to defend this democracy, that's what you do. All right. So this grassroots movement is to find my son. Thank you guys for everything you have been a part of when it comes to Daniel. I truly am blessed by you all. I want to cut this. I had to cut this really short. I didn't want to, but here I am. I ran out of time. I need to get out this door. I had to be somewhere in 15 minutes. Real quick, you guys, the website, I just want to make sure it's up there so you guys can see. Pleasehelpfinddaniel.com. You got to sign the petition. Still need that. We have the donation button. We also have the request for flyer. This is one I was wanting you guys to see. You can directly request those flyers. You can also print flyers out yourself. You want to help with the resources. It's like a form of donation. Print the flyers yourself. This button, but that's a request free of charge, you guys, to send out to you. So again, come down on the page itself, and you can also do the mail-in protest, you guys. It's right here on the screen, the mail-in protest. These are the PDFs that you can choose from to mail them out to the Buckeye Police Department and also the Maricopa County. That's Chief Robert Sanders, Maricopa County Sheriff Russ Skinner. I need thousands of these going out every week, you guys, and you guys can help keep my son's case active and alive. I truly am blessed by each and every last one of you who have been helping in Daniel's case. And I want to say thank you again for your love, support. for everything I've done. I have to get out of here. So I thank you guys for even watching this this live. I will be back. I'll be doing more when I have more time as well. Do more lives. And, like I said, again, thank you so much, you guys who have joined in this evening. This thing will be replayed so you guys can watch it again. Thank you so much. God bless you. Love each and every last one of you. Talk to you soon. My name is David Robinson. I'm a proud son of Columbia, South Carolina. I was raised on the Southern values of faith, family, and treating others as you would like to be treated. I believe in the power of a handshake and the strength of one's word. As a single parent, I faced the challenges of making ends meet firsthand. When I heard the call to serve, I knew I had to act. I served my country where I learned that we are all in this together, regardless of race, color, or politics, whether it was in Afghanistan or Arizona. I saw the power of cooperation. Now, I'm ready to bring that same spirit to Washington. Our nation's future depends on our ability to work together and focus on the bread and butter issues that matter most to everyday Americans, not sowing seeds of division. This November, when you cast your ballots, remember, it's about more than just politics. It's about sending someone who would truly represent all South Carolinians. I am David Robinson, and I approve this message.